should be equals. So the axis is going to be the, do I have the direction specified anywhere? I do not. Okay, so I've missed out quite a few important points. So I need to use the direction from the cam. So I'm going to say vector 3f direction equals cam get direction. This should already be normalized, and so should the context normal, so I don't need to do any additional normalization. So I'm going to say direction dot cross product of the normal, and now given the axis from which I need to rotate the quaternion angle. So I'm then going to find the angle theta from the cross product between these two. So cross dot products a float, I'm going to say the dot equals direction dot dot of the normal. Actually, I'm going to call this cos theta, so it's easier to visualize. Then I'm going to say theta equals fast math the anti-cos of cos theta. And now I'm going to rotate this quaternion using Control Shift I from angle axis, rotate it by theta along the axis. I'm not sure if this is going to be normalized or not, so I'm just going to normalize it anyway. Normalize local so it doesn't create a new object. And then to rotate the normal vector along this angle, I then multiply the vector, the normal vector, by this quaternion. So I'm going to say reflection, and that's going to equal the quaternion multiplied by the vector, which is I'm multiplying the normal vector. So I'm multiplying this vector here by the quaternion, which corresponds to this angle here. And that reminds me, I need to negate this direction because it's facing towards the cam. I want it to be facing away. Add 3f there. And now I've got the direction in which the reflection should be looking, hopefully. So then I'm going to create a new quaternion. Quaternion. Not going to give it any constructor arguments. Okay, if I spelled something wrong, I know Q already exists. And then going to set Q1 to look at this direction. So I'm going to create a quaternion from a direction. The up axis is y, so unit y. Reflection, I spelled this wrong, what am I doing? Seriously? And then I'm going to set that arrow, which was G2, set its rotation to be this quaternion. I pray to God that this works. Okay, I'm aiming it, I don't know, there. Press G. Okay, it's not what I was expecting. No, that is completely wrong. Okay, come on, flycam. Well, actually, no, the direction's right, but I need to move the arrow to that point there. So if I set the local translation to the contact point, so closest dot get contact point. Try again. Why did it have to be white? Why did I make it white? I cannot really see it. Material. Set color. Have I used blue yet? Don't think so. Try again quickly. Press G. It's probably quite hard to visualize, but I do believe that is correct. Let's see if I can. Looks correct to me. Let's find out by. Let's get rid of the rotation. Should make it easier to see. So it should point pretty much directly at me. Okay, that is not right. Wait, no. Yes, it is. Yeah, no, that is right. Because I'm not shooting it exactly at a straight line. Okay. Even better if I move this directly in front of me. So I'm going to set local translation to be, just going to quickly -1, to move it one direction left, one direction down. I'm not going to touch the Z direction. Control Shift. So I'm not going to move anything. I'm going to press G. Is that facing directly? Yes! Okay, brilliant. So I've confirmed that that works. So that's how you do it with quaternions. So I'll go over it once again. So I've got a normal here, which you can get from either array collidable, and then you can just use the get contact normal, or you can use the quad and get the vertices, the normal vertices from that. And so if I have a direction which I want to reflect, first negate it, so I need it to face the other way. I then need to find the angle here, which you can get from the dot product. I then need to find the axis which I want to rotate. So if I do the cross product between these two axes, I will get the plane perpendicular, which is the axis I need to rotate around. So then I simply find the quaternion around that axis using this angle here, and then I just multiply the normal by that quaternion. And then if I want it to face this way, then I simply negate the direction. So I've done that there. Probably better if I do this reflection here, and I'll negate this one. Let's negate local. I've already rotated it again. Shift F6 to run it. Press G. And that is it reflected through the axis rather than deflected away from it. Okay, so that's how you do it with quaternions. And I shall now show you, can I be bothered to show you how to do it the other way? Yes, why not? I'm already here and I'm already over the time, but who cares? Okay, so I won't need any of this, but I will comment it out. I probably need that. So, okay. So I've got the normal, got the direction. Can't even remember how I did the other one. Okay, let's recap quickly. So I have a straight line, have the normal, I have the direction I want to reflect. So I need to find the adjacent length, which I can do using the dot product, and then I can say that I have, this is n, this is a, let's say, using the dot product of a and n, assuming they're both unit vectors, which they are, equals cos theta, and I know that to be the hypotenuse, this is the adjacent, and this is the opposite, that cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is of length 1, so that goes away, and then cos theta equals the adjacent length, which means that the dot product of a and n is the adjacent length. Then, if I multiply that length by n, I'll get the length in that direction. And if I multiply that by 2, I will get, this is getting a bit messy, I'll then get this length here, and then if I subtract that from vector a, so I start at the origin, I go to a, I then move down by 2 times the dot product times by the normal vector. That's a mouthful, but let's find it out quickly. So got that direction, so the reflection should be, it's going to be the direction subtract 2 times, well, actually I'll do the normal multiplied by 2, multiply, I'll do local, do that by, I need to do the dot product of the direction and normal, so I'll just do direction dot normal. I think that was it. Then I create a lookat. Let's see if that worked. Let me just normalize it anyway. It's always good to have directions as normalized. Normalize local. Shift F6. G. Brilliant. That looks right. So probably that way was a bit more easier than doing quaternions. But now I'll leave the choice up to you. If you've got quaternions, you can do it this way. If you haven't, you can do it that way. Okay, I think I've blabbered on for long enough about reflection.